What up, though? I'm Tia Graham, and this is Container on the Metro. Container is a Detroit-built residency supporting musicians, fashion designers, fine artists, and culinary entrepreneurs. WDET is partnering with Container to explore what it takes for these creatives to succeed in the city.
Hey, I'm Niko Noir, and this is Container on the Metro.
I don't want to hit you up, but I'ma be lonely just listening to my friends again. I don't want to do too much.
Niko Noir is a product of Detroit. The R&B singer-songwriter is a born and raised Eastsider and a graduate of Detroit School of Performing Arts. She briefly attended college in Florida, but was quickly drawn back to Detroit. The song you're hearing now is Sticky Note, off her debut album, Who Can Blame Niko? In 2026, she quit her full-time job to pursue music as a career. She describes her sound as a velvety blend of jazz, hip-hop, and R&B, pulling lyrical inspiration from her friends and life experiences.
I'm super mindful about what I say, how I say it, when I say it. In certain songs, mindful about the production that I choose. I think it's raw, but yet there's still a softness to it. Just like a Detroit woman, it really embodies a Detroit woman.
Oh, I love that. Do you consider yourself a storyteller through your music?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's something that I take a lot of pride in. English was literally my favorite subject in high school. English still is my favorite subject. I love being able to paint pictures with words. And I've just recently learned it's not something that everyone can do. At first I thought it was just something that everyone can do. We in school, use your words, paint the picture. But a lot of people really can't do it. And so I've learned maybe I am a voice for the voiceless,
When did you decide that music was going to be a career for you and not just a passion?
Ooh, middle school. I'll never forget. I had an assignment in 6th grade. And my teacher, I never forget him, Mr. Cook. His name was actually Sam Cook. I know, right?
Right? What?
Isn't that something?
It's meant to be. It was meant to be.
What? I had a music teacher in middle school, 6th grade, Mr. Cook. We had this assignment where we had to basically choose the instrumental to a song that we like and write our own song to it. And I ended up choosing a Chrisette Michelle's I'm Leaving. I chose that beat. And everyone in the class was just oh, not only can she write, but she can also sing. This is actually interesting. And I really was just having fun. I didn't think anything much of it, but it was honestly everyone's reactions. I remember him pulling me to the side, or just talking to me about music and what's my plan when it comes to music. And I'm just I don't know. I'm just here to what? I just like singing and writing music. I didn't think anything of it. Then they started just asking me to sing at school events and stuff. So that's kind of how it started. But I'll say high school, I went to Detroit School of Arts. That's when I was honing in on the craft, on the technicalities, the vocal pedagogy, just all of the technical things when it comes to singing and blending with others, as well as building harmonies and things like that, the music theory of it all. So I'll say it started for sure in 6th grade. That's when I knew I wanted to be serious. But high school was when I wanted to really commit to being an artist, a writer, really.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, this is Tia. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. You sound great as well. So this is perfect. What's your name and your title?
I am Cheryl Valentine, retired vocal music teacher from Detroit School of Arts.
Detroit School of Arts is a high school known in the city as a place where students learn technical skills to better hone their creative crafts. From theater to fine art to music and radio, students get a chance to explore what it means to have careers in these industries. Niko is among thousands of students who have graduated and gone into creative fields. Accomplished trumpeter Alan Denard, former bassist for The Late Show India Owens, and the late singer and actress Aaliyah are among the alumni. DSA is filled with teachers who are exceptional at nurturing talent. I had a chance to speak with one of those influential educators, Cheryl Valentine, who pushed Niko to become a true student of music. Do you remember one of your students, Niko Noir?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And it's wild because when you mentioned it, I said, "Oh, I can remember the conversation we had her senior year, and we were talking about college." And she said to Miss Fee, "Miss Fee, I really don't want to go to college. I just want to get out there and start singing." I said, "Well, darling, you're prepared because that's what we did at DSA. Our goal at DSA was to prepare them to go to college or go into the field that they were in." And she went to college for about a semester. She said, "That's not for me," and she came back and started working on her career. And I've been watching her and saying, ooh, wee, ooh, wee, ooh, wee.
Now, if you can remember what she was like in class, because one of the things that Niko says is that you helped her with time management and just taking music seriously. What was your overall goal when teaching?
My overall goal was to, number one, to enlighten them as what music is really about. I think a lot of kids, when they get into music, all they think they're going to do is sing and never learn the techniques that go with that. And so what I would do with them, I would say, okay, you got a solo to sing. Explain to me what the song is about. Tell me about the composer. What is the thing that makes it musical? Where's your parts that you have problems with? How are you going to solve those problems? And then put it all back together. As they're performing, their peers, as well as myself, would write down things that needed to be worked on. So when they finished, it wasn't just me giving them a critique. It was them doing each other, which means they had to start listening. And that listening made a difference in what they felt about music.
All the students, you've had tons of students who've gone off and done amazing things. And you think about just right now, you have Niko just starting out in her career as a soloist. What are some things that you would tell her or are telling her about her next step in her career?
Well, what I would tell her is, number one, make sure the people who are surrounding you are people you got confident in. Because the music business is a dangerous business. It can be. And it can be sort of at the point sometimes you may want to quit. But if you surround yourself with people who are going to push you and tell you when you're right and tell you when you're wrong, and then give you ideas. Okay, try this and try that. Just give them ideas to help broaden their horizon on what they're doing. And that's what I keep working with her on. Get yourself out there as much as possible. Be true to yourself. And then go for it.
Down for the fun. But first, could we decorate the void? Okay. Yeah, actually, I do like that. So I think I want y'all to do like staggered entrances. So start with drums, and then keys come in.
I visited Niko at a rehearsal for an upcoming show. I arrived at a suburban home where Niko and her band were building out arrangements and running through songs for their set list. I asked Niko, how do you shape your songs for live performances?
Honestly, it's really a feeling thing. I also like to get my band's input. I don't want it to just be like, oh, this is my show and I'm the lead singer and it has to go this way. Like, I also want them to enjoy what they're playing. So, yeah, I rely on feeling, but I also rely on the audience and just where I am, the space that I'm in at the moment during performance. Because I'll literally cue them and tell them like, okay, actually, let's do this feel instead. Like, do a little groove, or I'll tell the bass, drop out here. Or sometimes I'll even just do a solo with, an instrument of my choice, depending on the song. So I try to just, try to have fun with it. Yeah.
And when you're vocally getting ready and you're vocally warming up, how do you warm up? Are you just coming in? Like, what you doing?
No. So I literally just adopted a whole ritual that within this past year. I have a vocal nebulizer that I'll typically, do before I'm actually performing. I'll drink my tea, preferably mint. And then I'll pray before I go on that stage, before I sing, and just pray that, it's being translated how it should be to the crowd, and to the band. I just pray that, we give a great show. We enjoy ourselves, because that's the important part. Like, people want to enjoy themselves if they see that you're not really enjoying yourself,
The band consists of a bassist, guitarist, drummer, and the keyboard player, James Witcher, who I got a chance to chat with briefly. He says he loves bringing her music to life, and it's already taken them to interesting places.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Each time is just something new. We done went from the news. We were playing at the African World Festival. It's just always a new experience, and I can't lie, I've been having a lot of fun.
Yeah. So if someone's never heard Niko before, how would you describe her music?
I'm gonna just say it feel homely. You know what I'm saying? It feel like classic, like that new R&B, not classic, but new R&B, contemporary R&B. Even I would even say like an alternative take on R&B, but it still feel homely like that classic R&B. And then her voice kind of, it go with the music so good. They mesh together so well. Like her beats they're tailored to her style. So yeah.
Darnell make me go round and round till I'm feeling lifted. Said he can get me there in a matter of minutes. It's my first time, feel like I got no business being or getting this high.
2026 is the year Niko went all in, hitting the stage at local venues and opening for touring acts, performing songs like the one you're hearing now, called Darnell, off her debut album. Niko belongs to a new generation of Detroit artists, carrying the city's musical legacy forward. But she's not looking through rose-tinted glasses. Even early in her career, her vision is clear. She wants to put in the work and connect with audiences here and beyond. Now, as a full-time vocalist, she's opening herself up and allowing opportunities to flow in. That's how she got involved with the Container residency. What do you hope to get out of being a resident with Container?
Oh, man. I'm hoping for more opportunities, of course. You can never have too many of those. As well as just being a part of a great ecosystem, creative ecosystem. I won't even limit it to just music because it's a beauty just knowing people outside of music. Like, you'd be surprised how many people who you wouldn't think could help you exactly. Because of who they know. And also likewise, or I'm sorry, vice versa, just also helping other people, you could help others just by sharing your wealth, sharing your resources. So definitely the collaborative aspect of it all, being a part of this ecosystem. In Detroit as well. It's a beautiful thing for so many, Detroiters. Detroit is just full of people who are so talented, so gifted, so great, creative. Like, their minds are just so admirable. So I'm just excited to be a part of that. I'm excited to further hone in on my craft, figure myself out more as an artist. Yeah.
And my last question. I guess is a two-parter. So, okay. What does Detroit mean to you? What does success look like to you?
Oh, wow. Detroit, home. It literally means it's home to me. It's literally everything I know. Even though the people who know me know, as much as I talk about getting outside of Detroit, getting outside of Michigan, because it's important as a creative. I feel like it's something that every creative has to do. You have to get out of your hometown. But Detroit it's really home. It's a plethora of creative inspiration. As far as success, what that looks like for me is being able to kick my feet up, not have to worry about a bill, or not even necessarily not have to worry about the bill, but have the bills on auto pay and not have to worry about checking my bank account. As well as people just listening to my music, enjoying it, knowing the words, me performing in front of crowds of people who know the words, who support me enough to spend their hard-earned money and pay to see me. I think that is true success to me. But also just being comfortable, being happy and content with life where I am,
Don't take too long feeding into the unknown. I touch your body and you touch my soul. Let's get personal.
You can find all of Niko Noir's music on all streaming platforms, including this song, Personal. Find her on Instagram and Threads at Niko.Noir. That's Niko.Noir. Container on the Metro is brought to you by WDET in collaboration with the Love Building with support from Gilbert Family Foundation. This series is produced by Connor Anderson, Jose Yanis, and me, Tia Graham. Original music is done by Sam Bobian. Our audio editing is done by Connor Anderson, and our executive producer is David Lyons. To hear new episodes, subscribe to the Container on the Metro's podcast feed on all podcast platforms. Learn more at WDET.org/container.